A Sure Model Copyright Lesson by Alex Gangstead for Info 5720, Spring 2020. A. Analyze learner characteristics. General characteristics. The students in Mrs. Stewart's 9th grade reading class are 14-15 years old, digital natives, but a discussion with their teacher reveals a lack of knowledge of copyright rules necessary to responsibly use the creative works of others. The class is made up of students from mid to low socioeconomic households. 3 are ESL and 1 is SPED. Mrs. Stewart reports that her students are usually well behaved but can be easily distracted if the lesson is all reading textbook learning. They tend to be most engaged when the lesson involves technology. Entry competencies. They know how to navigate the internet, and they have used Piktochart for a previous lesson. Learning differences and needs. Mrs. Smith reports that her students are most engaged when allowed to move around and work in groups. When asked to sit quietly and not talk, they can become restless and unfocused. The ESL students tend to succeed when paired with native English speakers who can help explain and define unfamiliar words. State objectives. School Library Programs, Standards and Guidelines for Texas, Strand 4, Digital Learning, Dimension 1. The library program effectively uses and promotes the use of technology applications and tools across all content areas for discovery, collaboration, critical analysis, creation, and presentation of learning. Dimension 6. The library encourages students to use digital intellectual property responsibly, understand current copyright rules, make responsible online decisions, understand the significance of digital identity, and use positive digital citizenship practices. So my objective for the students based on that is that given access to web-based research and the online application Piktochart, students will design a visually appealing and informative poster using words and graphics which define copyright, fair use, and Creative Commons. Select, modify, and design materials. There will be a teacher-created PowerPoint over copyright, fair use, and Creative Commons made by me. We will use Piktochart.org and a teacher-created rubric to assess student learning, again, made by me. Utilize materials. Preview resources. Previous experience lets me know that Piktochart is an ideal tool for poster making, and the students have used it in previous lessons, and therefore have accounts and know how to use it. Prepare resources. I will need to create the PowerPoint to show students at the beginning of the lesson and help build background knowledge. I will need to create the rubric for the student posters. Prepare the environment. The lesson will take place in the computer lab. Each computer needs to be checked to ensure that the internet is functioning. I also need to make sure that my PowerPoint can be displayed on the projector. Prepare the learners. I will do this by introducing the lesson and learning objectives. Provide the learning experience. I will guide students through the PowerPoint, explain the posters they will be required to make, and pass out the rubric. Students will be allowed to work alone or in groups of no more than 3. Require learner participation. Students will use what they learned from the PowerPoint and online research to create a poster on Piktochart defining copyright, fair use, and Creative Commons. These posters are to be posted outside the library to help educate their peers from other classes. Evaluation. Students' posters will be evaluated based on the provided rubric.